hurt this year, so I don't know if you went. So I got back. I got back from being suspended from the milk card thing with Puff, right?
Yeah.
And
Puff,
this so happened. Yeah. They reinstated me. The day before we was going to go play Nova. You know, I'm from Philly. Now I missed 2 games. I did my 2 games. Now they reinstate me. We about to go play in Philly. So let me tell you what I do. How smart I am, right? To go. I know Coach not about to play me. I know I'm about to go to Philly and not be played, but I also know what comes with me going to Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I go to the office with Coach before we even leave. I say, Coach, I know y'all reinstate me this game, but I'd rather not go if you're not going to play me. Just leave me here. You see what I'm saying? Like, just leave me here and then we come back and reinstate. If we go to Philly, I'm going to want to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I already know, I'm coming off a suspension. I just did a lot. You just got me, but I already get it. But we go to Philly, I'm going to want to play. He takes me to Philly. We go to Philly. We wind up playing. He winds up putting me in the game. Put me in the game for 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes, I forget who gave me the ball. They give it to me in an uncomfortable moment. I try to shoot it. Scotty Reynolds get under me, call charge. Boom. If you ask me to this day, it was an and one. They give him the charge. Boom. You know what happens. He subs me out. I don't get back in the game the entire game. This was in the first half, like right in. I'm talking about I don't touch the floor the rest of the game. I got the whole family. I got the whole Philly in the building. I don't touch the floor the whole game. We won the game. We wound up winning. I'm talking about Johnny Flynn put on a show in Philadelphia. We wound up winning the game. Before the game even over, my crazy ass runs to the back to get in the shower. I don't want to give the team like I'm mad that we, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to give off that energy. I'm a selfless teammate. You know this, by the way. I'm not like, so I don't want to give off that energy that I'm being a bad teammate. So let me go in the back. So I go get in the shower. Guess who's coming back there as I'm in the shower? Boeheim.
He ain't even thinking about the log. He talking about where's Scoop at right now.
Like he already coming back. He looking for me, bro. He starting with me because he already know what we discussed. You already know I'm mad at you. You already know what we got going on. Like, this ain't about no team shit. This me and you. But, like, you know what's up, Coach. Like, don't come in. Bro, I'm in the shower. I'm butt-ass naked. I'm in the shower. I tell him, get the fuck away from me. I say, not right now. I say to him, don't talk to me. He like, so, he want to continue. Yeah. So, look, I'm like, Coach, get away from me right now. As he's still in the shower, I'm just getting mad. I'm angry. Like, get away from me, Coach. I don't want to talk. He said, what the fuck? Why don't you want to talk? Oh, you're not a team player. Oh, what you mad at? He asked me, he's just picking with me. He's picking with me. Bro, look, I just throw this. I throw this soap, not at him, but, like, at the wall. Like, just the fuck away from him. I'm snapping. I'm trying to do anything to get to this man. Hop, grab me. Like, I'm talking about the whole team grabbed me. I'm cussing him out. I'm spitting. I'm going crazy. I'm looking like a crazy-ass madman in this locker room. I don't know if you remember this. So it's like, after all of this, no lie, this is true story. So I make Boeheim like the best of the best, bro. Like, after all of this, I'm telling we yelling at the top of our lungs in the game. When we get in the back, as soon as it's over, he addressed the team, right? Addressed the team. He bring me in the office. He fucking hugs me. You hear me? Like, he hugs me and I just breaks down. But it's all this shit I'm going through. I just had a rape case. I just had a milk card. Just had so much shit my freshman year. And that's why I said when you heard me, I say he's the most loyalist person. Like, he's still by me. Like, hug this shit on me. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, this motherfucker is leaving me in Philly. I'm never coming back to Syracuse. I'm thinking I'm done. All this shit I just did, you don't need me in a can of paint. I'm like, you get what I'm going at? Like, it was like so much I was going through this year didn't need me. I wasn't really a viable player this time. And I just tried to fight a head coach. This motherfucker hugs me, put me back on the flight, brings me back to Syracuse. And I'm telling you, this is what I mean by, like, everything for me. Like, I always, like, you know what I mean? Like, he showed me right there. If he didn't want me, could have left me, could have did anything. Hug me. That's why I said the what the fuck moment was showing me how loyal he was.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Damn, that's real. That's real. Hey, bro, like you said, that loyalty, I got a quick story because it was the same. Because, look, I had the same type of interaction with him,
up and down. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. People, that's a lot, bro. You go through a lot.
Bro, my sophomore year, we playing Wichita State. The night before, we stay in the hotel. You know how that go.
Right.
I get sick or something. man, I'm throwing up, you know what I'm saying, all types. So I hit Brad. I had to end up going to the hospital. I had some type of, I don't know what it was with my stomach. So we playing the next day. I've been eating crackers. That's it. I mean,
right, crackers. Yeah.
I mean, saltine crackers. So I'm playing. I ain't playing the best of my ability that game. We lose to Wichita State on some bullshit, motherfucker. I think somebody missed a layup at the end. I don't know who it was, but I had like 10 points, 8 points maybe.
Didn't somebody miss? I remember that game. I remember that. I was watching this game. I was in high school. I was watching this game.
Yeah, exactly. So we played in the Garden the next hour. It wasn't too long, and so something happened where I don't know. So I'm not a star. He not playing me. He said you sick. You sick. You know what I'm saying?
This your freshman year.
I'm like, I'm straight now. I'm not sick. You know what I'm saying? So like I ain't play the first half. We go in at halftime. We played against James on Curry. You remember James on Curry, Oklahoma State? Yeah. So we go in at halftime, bro. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? You ain't putting me in the fucking game. Like you ain't gonna play me. You do me, man. I took the tape cutter, ripped my tape off, throw the tape off, go in the bathroom. Man, look, they call my people from the stands to come in. Like, you got to get your man. Like, you know, Coach Murph, like, yo, Will, you got to come get your man. Like, what's going on? Like, he got to.
Right.
So like, we talk and end up, you know what I'm saying, whatever. I go out on the bench second half, don't play. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting in the game. So fast forward, we go to practice the next week. Man, I had to come in front of the team, in front of the whole team, dog. Like in practice and apologize, you know what I'm saying? And apologize. So like, and then I remember, like you said, after that, you know what I'm saying? Coach was like, "Fuck, are you fucking ready to go? Are you fucking ready? Like, are we done with this? Are we done with this shit?" You know what I'm saying? And then boom, put me back in the starting lineup and like, you know, we back to
you back cool, bro. That's what I said. Like he challenged you at all time, man. What you gotta understand, and it's his way and no way for sure.
Bro, I remember Coach always said it was funny because when I played and then when I was on staff, he would say the same thing. If you can't make it in practice, you're not going to shoot it in the game.
I remember he came in. Yo, I don't know if you remember this. We was in Jersey at Rutgers. So we was at Rutgers and he came in. It was at halftime. This is I was a freshman. He like, I'm saying this in front of the whole team. If Paul Harris shoots another three, he will not play again. He said, so I remember this was Big East tournament. So bam, I go like 2-3 games. Yeah, I'm shooting no threes, nothing, Bob. Next thing you know, we play Notre Dame. So we play Notre Dame in the dome, and you know when Notre Dame come, it probably was 30 plus. So yeah. Bob, I remember Luke Herringody was guarding me. And he was in the paint, how they guard Rondo. And he was like, shoot it. So I'm like, what? He said, yeah, shoot it. I'm like, man, I fired it. I'm like, yo, he can't be doing that to me. So as I'm releasing the ball, right, I'm looking at Coach is going back, getting ready. He just getting ready to grab anybody he can, get me out, right? But why? Tell me why the ball bounced back to me. So it comes back, and I'm already seeing whoever it is, they coming. I'm like, yo, if I hit this one, he might just change his mind. So I'm like, I shoot the next one. I tell you why I missed it. So Coach, it was like a timeout or something. He meets me at half court. I just like, yo, I didn't even hear him. I go straight to the end of the bench. I think I might have sat down there like with the ball boys like on the ground. Like I knew it was a wrap, man. I'm like, yo, I'm done for the rest of the day, yo.
You know, he really taught me, you know, kind of how to be a man in college. You know, he's not super strict on the rules. He lets you do what you want to do. No curfew, none of that. Like as long as you come in and you're ready to play, you know, that's all he cares about. And I think, you know, some people, you know, look at that as a bad thing, but I think it teaches you, you know, gives you some responsibility, holds you to something, you know what I mean? And favorite Coach B story, I got 2 stories. One Deion's not gonna like, but
nah, we need all that because Deion will be on here next. I know
everybody knows how Deion is. You know, he didn't have his best game, and you know, he came in the locker room like, man, like I need to, like, this is crazy. I need to get the ball more. I need to play more, man. Like, the freshman, you know, I got those moments. And Coach Boeheim, Coach Boeheim grabbed the stat sheet and was like, 1 for 4, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. He's like, get your stats up, son. You know, man, I always call everybody son. He's like, get your stats up, son. And man, me and Scoop just looked at each other. We wanted to laugh so hard. Like Dion was hot. And then the other one, the other story was when he was like, man, Coach Boeheim was like, man, we got guys coming in, not playing hard and not doing this. And you know how he'll say like, we got guys, and then he won't really direct who he's talking to.
Yeah.
Like he'll just, but everybody in the locker room knew he was talking about Fab. So like he was saying it going on, and Fab was looking at him like, and you could see in his mind, like it's starting to register that like Coach Boeheim was talking about. Yeah. So he looked at Coach, he stood up, he was like, who are you talking with? Who are you talking with?
What are you talking with?
Who are you talking with? And then Boeheim like backed up and was like, and like started walking like out the like out the door away from him, and he was like, somebody get this guy out of here.
Yo, coach ain't want no smoke.
Done at all.
I will tell you this. I remember Troy Weaver. You know, there's so many stories, but I remember I was recruiting a kid named Matt Walsh who went to Florida. He was McDonald's All-American. He was a great guard. He was from Philadelphia. We'd been strong in Philly. He was really close with Akeem Warwick. We're recruiting him really hard. And, you know, Troy went to go with Coach to go see, you know, this guy named Carmelo Anthony, and they talked about him. And then, you know, Weave came up to me and says, Hop, you know, I want you to go see Melo. So we go up to Slam Dunk to the beach, and we fly in, and we're talking about Matty Walsh. We're talking about recruiting, and he goes, true story. He goes, Hop, let me tell you something. He goes, Carmelo Anthony, Matt Walsh. And I'm like, get out of here. There's no way. You're not talking. And we went into the gym, and they were playing against Curtis Sumter, Jason Frazier, two of the top, you know, players.
Yeah.
And Melo's in layup lines, and he's got his headband around his neck, and he's got the braids. And I don't know if I've seen 4 guys like that, like Allen Iverson the first time I saw him in college. But this was the first experience of seeing a guy in a layup line and going, ooh. And you didn't even see him shake a shot. There's something about like there's, you know, it's like
vibe, the
rays of God coming down, like the way, you know, he's doing this in layup line. You're like, holy, holy, holy Lord, God of power. You're in church, you know, and you're in a service. And I remember sitting next to Weave going, oh my God, he dropped like 38 and 3s and 2s and tough and pass and compete and smiling. It was like watching Ken Griffey Jr. as a young kid hitting baseballs, baseball hat on backwards, just a kid having fun. It's so much better than everybody.
Coach Boeheim knew what you were going through. And I think at that point, it was so cool for me too as a freshman, because having your senior leader and having your coach go to bat for that guy, and for me now, I was like, oh shit, like this is my coach. Like he's rocking with me. And like it was moments in my career where I could attest to that. You know what I mean? For sure. But what was that like for you, man? Just obviously being there and hearing him say that, like, what was going through your mind at that second when he was like 10 effing games? What were you thinking?
So like you said, I had my head down, but my eyes were going like this, like, holy Lord.
Yeah. Right.
What's happening? You know, and the funniest part about the whole thing is like watching Terrence, because T was up there. T had a really good game. It was the Cincinnati game.
That's right. Okay, right.
So T and I are up there, and like, he's just like, he's got his head up. Like, I just happened to kind of put my head down at the moment that he went. And when he started to go, I wasn't, like, I was just like this. Like, I'm just going to let him go. I'm not going to look at anybody. I'm just going to let him do his thing. But I remember coming back. I was coming down the hallway. And I remember seeing Hop I was like, yo, you won't believe what just happened. And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm not even going to tell you. I was like, you're going to see it. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be all over ESPN tonight, you know? But yeah, I don't know what was going through my head at the time, but I know what it did for me. You know, it gave me this in reality. He gave me the look, like, yo, all right. Okay. You're gonna do that with me? It's my guy right there.
No question.
All right. Well, we got UConn at noon. All right. Like, that's what I was thinking when it was all like, it's hysterical when you think about it, like, yo, it's crazy what he did. But in my mind, I was thinking like, yo, what he just did for me, I'm going to do everything I can for that cat right there.
Who is the best athlete in the family?
Might be Sissy.
Might be
Sissy.
Okay.
Sneaky one for
She's
sure.
sneaky,
If she worked at it, she would have been
Yeah, if she'd
great.
have worked, she'd have been great. But she just
She's social.
She was a natural.
Yeah, for sure.
Really? Okay, Sissy. All right. Biggest trash talker in the family?
Him or Jimmy, for sure. Jimmy might be. He's
Jimmy.
ridiculous.
Jimmy's the biggest.
But even if he's bad at something, he's
Hands down.
gonna let you know.
Hands down, Jimmy.
Yeah,
Hands down.
Jimmy.
But where does that come from?
Him.
He's confident.
Okay.
Sure.
He's very confident.
For sure.
I love it. Okay, king of the court. I'm gonna give you this scenario. Coach, you're in your prime. You could be when you were at the Scranton Miners. If you felt you were better then than when you were at Cuse, you pick whatever one. And then Buddy, and then Jimmy. Who comes out on top? Who's coming back home with that win?
They couldn't beat me.
Okay.
Not even close. They could shoot it. They can shoot it better than me or whatever, but they couldn't. No, not close.
Hey, 3's more than 2. That's all that matters. I'm coming home.
They
with a
wouldn't
win.
even get the ball back if we played keep it. Take it, keep it. They wouldn't even get the ball back.
I'm
Make it take it.
I'm gonna let him have that for now. That's his moment to brag. So I'll give him that.
All right, that's good. I think it would probably be either Buddy or Jimmy, but I'm gonna let you live.
Yeah,
Coach.
my guy.
And you probably don't remember, but right before the tournament, our first game, I overslept. My alarm, the electricity in where I was staying off campus in Clarendon Heights, the electricity went out. So I woke up to so I woke up to a flashing clock. And back then, there's no cell phones and all that. So the coach had to leave. They left me. And I finally wake up and I get out there. I'll never forget, Coach quelled everything. I mean, he really shut everything down. As soon as I landed, he said, look, you're going to start. If anyone has a problem with that, talk to me. I'll address the media. That's it. We're done with it. Let's focus on the game. And we didn't talk about it again.
Hey,
Ian, you know how Coach is, man. We didn't talk about it. It wasn't brought up. He addressed the media about it. What happened? And that's it. You're not asking John and the players. We're done. We're here to play basketball. We're not here to talk about something that already happened.
Hey, Dub, I just pictured in my head him saying it like, he's starting, that's it. I don't care what you say. Man. And he's like, hey, look, man, this man my best player. What you mean? He overslept. That's what it is. See you on the court tonight.
You got to give me what's your funniest Coach Boeheim moment, or just the moment that sticks out to you. We're like, damn, Coach.
Nah, I'm finna tell you, we played Seton Hall, and we were getting beat, but we weren't getting beat bad. I was playing terrible though. So I'm walking back to the huddle. He stopped me. He was like, son, do you want to go to the NBA? I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm in my head, like, we doing this now? I'm like, yeah. He said, playing like a bitch. I was like, oh, all right. And he looked at me again, and he was like, do you want to go? I'm like, yeah. So quit playing like a bitch. I'm like, wow. I sat down, and I was tight. I'm like, yo, fuck you, nigga. I'm like, that's how you going to do it. So after that, I ain't say nothing else. And we went out there, and I think I had like 20 and like 17 boards. I was rebounding everything. But after that, before that, he was all calm. Nothing. He would never yell. I mean, he would. He'd get on AO because AO won't be rebounding or something under the AO by something. But he would always calm, cool with me. But then that game, I don't know what I did. He stopped me right on the court and then went ham. I'm like, you know what? I got you.
But it worked though.
Hell yeah, it worked. Like,
how did like playing for him help you out in your career? How did it help you?
I just think the people that he was coaching and been around, the teams that he played with, that he coached, and for him, he was just so direct. He was like, I don't need you to be no superhero. I don't need you to come out here and try to save anything. I just need you to be Wes. And that's how he coached me. He didn't was like, I don't need you as far as work on this, work on that. He'll say that. But he just was so relaxed and chill. Like, if you want to go to the league or be the best you can be, it's on you type of thing.
What's going to happen when Coach retire, man? Because for me, selfishly, I wanted to be kept in the family. You know what I'm saying? That's just me selfishly, and that's probably because I want to still go up to the mellow and do all that. But what you think is going to happen, man?
I think when he do retire, I think Hop will leave Washington, go back. He's getting good practice right now at Washington. He's doing a good job. So, I mean, that's just me. Hop ain't told me this, so I don't want to start a rumor. But I think the long lost son will go back home to Syracuse, which is his adopted homeland, and I think he'll keep the tradition going. And that's just me speaking. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna definitely be somebody from Syracuse blood, because that's how it's always been, and I think that's how Boeheim will want it.
That's a fact. Like, I just wanted to be within the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be weird for me if you bring on a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because you know why? Me and you gonna be the outsiders now. You know what I mean? That's
selfishly speaking.
I want to call and still get that little Syracuse sweatshirt or that T-shirt or something. Yeah. I'm with you. That new coach coming in, he gonna be like, man, we ain't doing none of that no more. So that's real.
I just happened to reach over. I see this, right? So I flip right to me. I haven't read this book yet, but it's just sitting here on my desk, and I'm just like, so I flip through the book, and I'm going through the pages. It's like 2 a.m, and I see what Coach rated me 3rd of his best players. Right? So I text his ass right then. I said, Coach, you said Dave Bean and Carmelo Anthony was better than me? You know? And I took a picture of the page and sent it to him. Right? He's like, well, you better than me, Derrick.
And that's tough. I mean, them two guys right there.
Hey, that ain't tough at all. Okay.
Nah,
Hey, Being is Coach's roommate, so that's like me telling you somebody better than Stevie Thompson. Stevie Thompson, my roommate for 4 years. Ain't nobody better than him.
That's it.
Exactly. That's it. Okay, I'll give it to you. Carmelo them won the championship. You know what I'm saying? You spent 6 months with Carmelo Anthony. Who really knows Carmelo Anthony at Syracuse University in 6 months? Okay. Your teachers don't even know you, right? I spent 4 years with you. What are you talking about? Ain't nobody better than Derrick Coleman. Nobody. Yeah. It's Jim Brown, Ernie Davis, Floyd Little, Derrick Coleman. Period.
And you know what number everybody wore?
Come on.
Only the special ones wear 44,
Thank
man.
you.
So like that right there.
It's a reason. And I wore 44 all my life because I love George Gervin. You know, George was my idol growing up as a kid.
So look, it's been 11 seasons, I believe you've been coaching at Cuse. You know, no doubt you're going to be a head coach somewhere. But what would it mean to you to be able to, you know, be the head coach at Syracuse, at your alma mater, where you spent your whole time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, my love for this place, you can't really, I can't explain it. You know, I've been here, I've been tied to this place for 18 years now, really 20 if you count the recruiting process and being here. I just care so much about where the program is, you know, the role it's played in my life, the role it's played in the kids that I've coached, their lives. You know, the uniqueness of being a part of the first team that won a national championship here, to be always intertwined with that forever. To have gone to 2 Final Fours as a coach. you know what it would mean to me. I think the biggest thing for me is just continue doing what I'm doing and prepare myself for wherever it is when that day does come. And I hope it comes. You know, I'd be lying to you if I say I don't want to be a head coach. You know, that's what we strive to do. And I think when you do it long enough, like, I think there is such a learning process in this whole thing where you get to a certain stage where you feel like, yeah, man, I feel really good about where I am in my confidence level. You go through that as a player. I think I've gone through that stage as a coach as well. So yeah, you know, just continue to prepare myself for when the time comes, wherever it may be. Just go rock it and do it the way I do, the way I do things. You know, I'm not going to be Jim Boeheim. I'm not going to be Mike Hopkins, the same way that they weren't the guys that they worked for.